Good afternoon, collectors. Welcome to Department 56. I think Rebecca has us centered in on a little display I put together that features all of our North Pole retirements for 2024. So I guess we'll start right there. And we are going to be showing you the actual products of all of the retirement pieces. Somebody put something up on top here that doesn't belong here. I just noticed that. We don't have a cat on top of Santa's man cave. Okay, I'm sure I know who did that. Okay, North Pole. We have Santa's man cave and the accessory that goes with it, which is the really, really cute Santa at the man cave, and he's watching football, which is perfect at this time of year. I think even Santa takes a little time out for a little gridiron magic. So there's Santa watching TV. He's got his remote in his hand. Isn't that the way all men watch TV? So Santa at the man cave, Santa's man cave, the little trailer. I think that's just as cute as can be. Other retirements, and a couple of these were kind of surprises for me. And one of them is the Gingerbread Supply Company up here. And here's the little accessory that goes with it, which is called the gingerbread button treats. And as you can see, the little buttons of gumdrops on some of the pieces. This has been a very popular series, very colorful. And the little choo-choo train that is really probably made out of cookies and crackers, and is where the supplies for Santa's cookies come from. The two surprise pieces for me are pieces that have been in the line a long, long time, and that is the hot cocoa tower and the hot cocoa cafe. I think those pieces have been in the line a long, long time. The hot cocoa cafe came out in 2011, so that's been around for 13 years, and the hot chocolate tower has been out since 2004, and that one has been around for 20 years, so those were extremely popular. So if you haven't picked those up yet and see them in one of your favorite retail stores, please be sure to do so, because they're going to become hard to find. Two really cute pieces. And as you can see, you can have pieces that really you don't think they belong together, but they sure do. And we've created a cute little display here and lit it up for you. There we go. Now let's move down here a ways, Rebecca. And I will come down to the end here, and we will take a look at the retirements for Christmas in the City. Again, a couple of surprises for me. One of them being the Woolworth Tower. That was kind of a surprise for me. It's a wonderful piece. And I know what you're all thinking. If we've retired one of our big skyscrapers, is there a skyscraper to come? We'll have to wait and see. I'm going to turn around, I'm going to have you just zero in on this, Rebecca, so that I can show them the back, because I think the back is as cool, if not cooler, than the front. And this is based on the Woolworth building in New York City. Look at that back. I don't know, I think I'd put that in a spot in my village where you could see both the front and the back, because it is so cool. And the other part about this particular piece that I think is really attractive is the lighting on the tower in front. It's got those uplights that really show off the top, and then the green at the top of the tower. Really an attractive piece. And this, of course, was designed by Tom Bates, our primary Christmas in the City designer. So Tom did just a fabulous job on that. And he really enjoys the challenge of designing something that was real, like the Woolworth building, and seeing how we can replicate it into ceramic. So that's just a wonderful piece. Another piece that retired for Christmas in the City. Now I want to make sure you understand this. This is make sure I get the name right, the Lunar Dragon Tea House. Now this is just the first edition is retiring. Now, the first edition was something we just brought out in 2024, and I don't think this has, this does not have all of the right logos on the bottom, so I won't show that to you. But the first edition were made with special packaging, special bottom stamp on them, and were limited to 560 pieces. The regular edition Lunar Tea House will still remain in the line, along with that beautiful dragon float accessory that came out in 2024. So those you'll still be able to get next year in 2025. Only the first edition pieces are retiring. So there we have that one. And we are going to do one piece a year for the 12 lunar signs. And this is the Year of the Dragon. And there's a little sign on it right here that indicates Year of the Dragon. And the wonderful Chinese lanterns and the wonderful pagoda style roofline, and just, it is a spectacular piece. And again, Tom did a magnificent job on it. And moving right along, the next one that is in Christmas in the City is the Manhattan. And you know, when you have real estate in as expensive an area as New York City or any of the big cities, you may do with the size of the piece of land you have. And this piece is kind of triangular shaped, if you can see the top on it there. And the Manhattan houses a really fine restaurant called Murray's, and actually there is a restaurant here in the Twin Cities called Murray's. And they have put out some really neat poinsettia baskets on the building that help decorate it for the holidays. Those are little add-ons that you can put on. And of course there is garland and bows on the piece. Those are permanently attached. But the Manhattan will also retire this year. And look at how pretty that is when it's lit up. The fourth piece in Christmas in the City that is retiring this year is the City Hall. It's quite a stately piece. I'm sure there are a lot of city halls in large cities that either look a lot like this or resemble it in a lot of ways. You know, it's a beautiful brick and stone design. It's got a beautiful cupola on the top. It's got clocks all around because people look towards City Hall to get information. And the information on there, of course, is our signature. The clocks are all set at 5 minutes to 6. It's decorated for the holidays with some sisal trees and garland and wreath above the front door. Beautiful piece. So if you don't have these and they were on your wish list, hope that someone bought them for you for Christmas, or run to your favorite local retailer and see if they still have stock on them. Now I'm going to step over here. We're going to take a look at Dickens Village. And for Dickens Village, we have a variety of pieces here. We have Culpepper's Jewelers. That's this one right here. That was the 40th anniversary piece for Dickens Village. Dickens Village originally came out in 1984. So of course this makes 2024 the 40th anniversary. And the story about this piece is that originally Culpepper's was a spice shop. So the practical people that they were over there in London at the time decided to keep the name because of the building, and they decided to name it Culpepper's Ruby Jewelers. And of course, ruby is the 40th anniversary jewel, the traditional gift that to be given on the 40th anniversary. And there are 40th anniversary rubies on this piece. On the clock, it's a two-sided clock, and you can see there are some Swarovski ruby crystals there. And on the accessory, which is called Too Pretty to Pellet, and pelleting has to do with the cutting of gemstones to be used in timepieces. And apparently this watchmaker who has got his eye loop on is inspecting this ruby, and he said, this one is too pretty to put in a timepiece, so he's going to save it and use it probably for a ring or a necklace, something a little more showy. And again, that is a Swarovski crystal. So that one is retiring, and that one was expected to retire. When it's an anniversary piece like that, it is only available year of production, and that would be production of 2024. So let's move on to this side. This is Huffam Fields Farm, which is a completely different kind of piece from what we just looked at. And if you haven't heard the story about how this piece got its name, when the piece was designed, Rick Jackson, who was our creative director at the time, asked me, he said, we've got to come up with a name for this farm. And he said, what do you know? We've got to have something to do with Dickens. And I said, well, one of Dickens's middle names was Huffam, so why don't we call it Huffam Farm? Well, he kind of played with that a little bit and decided on Huffam Fields. Dickens was named Charles John Huffam Dickens. So if you didn't know about his two middle names, there you go. And he got that name, a friend of Dickens's father, John Dickens. His friend's name was Christopher Huffam, and he was his godfather. So as an honor, they put that as part of his middle name. It's really a pretty piece. It's all fieldstone. It's got lots of little detail. Here's a little pail outside the door. It's got little lights there. We've got a pitchfork ready to give the cow some hay, and the little cow has got his head stuck out of the door. And the accessory that goes with it that is also retiring is called Fast Friends. And of course, the little boy's got some buckets of milk, and the kitty is going to be his best friend because he might get a little milk out of the situation. So Huffam Field Farms is retiring. Let's move on to these two pieces over here, and I think I'll just move these over so we have a little more room that we can see them. Okay, zeroing in on these, all right, Becky? Good. We have a couple of pieces here. This is from our Dickens Marketplace, and this is the Fishmonger. And these are all LED lit. You can see that it's lit from underneath the roof line so that you can see into the little booth. And these little outdoor markets were very popular and still are over in Europe. This happens to be one where they're selling various kinds of fish, probably the freshest you'll find because these were usually down in the wharf area. So a cute little piece there. And the accessory will also retire, and this is called the Fishmonger. And he's bartering with someone on the price of some fish and taking fish out of the barrel to sell. So lots of little detail there, as we have with all of our accessories. You can look at it and tell a story all the way around the piece. It's really a lot of detail. It's what I love about the Dickens Village and the Christmas in the City pieces, and the detail is just tremendous. The last ones in Dickens Village, this is the aviary, which is a birdhouse, and this was also for the 40th anniversary. Excuse me, and this was for the Dickens Zoological Gardens. As you recall, about 2 years ago, we came out with our first pieces for the London Zoo, and the aviary was a 40th anniversary piece. And I don't know, can we see that there are birds inside? There's like 3 different birds inside the aviary. Really shows it pretty well when you have it lit. And it's shown from about three quarters of the way around. So it's really one that you can use in a lot of different positions in your village. And then the accessory that goes with it that is also retiring is called Such a Lovely Lovebird. And lovebirds were very popular as pets by Victorian women. And she's got a lovebird there, and it looks like she's got some feed in her other hand, and she is probably going to hand feed her lovebird. So those are the Dickens Village retirements. While we're right here, this is a numbered, or not numbered, this is a year of production piece, the 2024 Lucky the Snowman. This is part of our cross product line. But just to remind you that these will no longer be made either. The cross product piece changes every year, so Lucky will be doing something else next year. And if you've been collecting these, we've been doing these for a few years now. And these are being designed now by Kiri Napstead, who is one of our sculptors and accessory artist, and now Snow Babies artist. She wears lots of different hats around here. But that's really a cute piece too. And it goes in any village. I think you can put it anywhere you'd like to put it. The other piece that is a year of production piece, and I'll just bring that right over here so you don't have to move, Rebecca. And that is Father Christmas. And this was one that Kiri designed as well. And we just started this little sub-series this year. And just, if you can see, there is just a lot of detail on it. And yes, Father Christmas did wear a green coat. He maybe wears a blue coat. He maybe wears a gold-colored robe. So every year he will be different. He isn't just the jolly man in red. This looks a little more like they would have seen him in Europe. He's got a basket of toys on his arms. He's bringing the Christmas tree in. And on his staff, there's a tiny little charm that indicates the year of 2024. This is a stunning piece and something that you'll enjoy for many years to come. Okay, I'm going to sneak behind here if you want to show that display just for a second there, Rebecca, while I change out some pieces. Because we just don't have enough room on this counter here for everything. Now we have, oh, where's my list? Because I want to make sure I get the names of everything right. Now we have the original Snow Village. And again, it's a little shorter list this year. We have one piece from the National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Got to make sure I get that right. And that is Sewing the Bait Shop. Remember, Cousin Eddie had a bait shop, and it was for sale, and somebody had just put the little sign up that said, it's sold. So it's sold, so the bait shop is going to be going away. Another piece that is retiring this year, and I'm sorry, I don't have that lid, I didn't have the right cord for it, is Jackson Hardware. And Jackson Hardware only, this was another first edition piece, and only the first edition piece is retiring. Does this one have the right? Yeah, this one does have the other bottom stamp on it. But Jackson Hardware in the first edition format will retire this year. The regular edition is going to be available again in 2025. And the other part of this that's going to retire is Rick himself, which is called July at Christmas Sale. So he's got a grill, but it's December, so that's why it's called July at Christmas Sale. And this really does look like our friend Rick, doesn't it? So he's got his Christmas hat on, and he's going to open up the grill. And I think he's making hamburgers, because he used to do that here at Department 56. Every once in a while we'd have a barbecue, and Rick would pull out the grill and make hamburgers for us. He was the chef. So this piece will also retire this year, this accessory. But this, only the first edition pieces are retiring. In in Snow Village, I'll move this out of the way so we don't get confused as far as what we're looking at. The Santa Comes to Town, which has been around, I believe, since 1994, either 92 or 94. I'm sure you'll all have that information right on the tip of your tongue. But every year we put out Santa doing something different. And this year, Santa has brought the children one of the best Christmas presents they'll ever get, and that is a new puppy. So it says, for the ones he's proudest of, Santa gives the gift of love, and that puppies are to love. Isn't that a cute piece? The children look very, very happy that Santa has brought that little black puppy to them. This one will go away, and of course we will have something new coming for 2025. And the other surprise to me was this piece right here, which is the Easter Flowers Garden Shop. That came as a set with the little accessory, and that set for spring has also retired. The last retirements I want to talk about, while there are many Snow Babies that retired, I asked Ashley if she had a couple that she'd like me to highlight, and of course we do, and I wanted to point both of these out. This one I want to turn on because it's so cute lit. We had two new series in Snow Babies this year. We had a series that we had with inky blue glaze on it, and I understand this blue glaze is kind of hard to apply, so to get it as beautiful as it is, it's really pretty, and it's the first time we've done blue accents for Snow Babies. This particular one is called Asleep Under the Stars, so the baby is sleeping under a blue star there, and it's really sweet. Be a great gift for a baby's first Christmas, or grandbaby's first Christmas, or anyone who collects Snow Babies. I think it's just a very precious little piece. And then this one is from a series that have been designed that are called Polar Shores. And each of the pieces in the Polar Shores has this opalescent, smooth glazed finish on the bases. So you can see how it's kind of shimmery there. This is a really cute one that is called Polar Illumination, and that's because the polar bear has, the little Snow Baby has a polar bear in front of him and a little lantern that lights up and comes with the little inset that has the battery in it and the on-off switch underneath. So very easy to handle, but isn't that a cute piece? So those are our retirements for 2024. Hopefully there isn't anything that you missed that you're kicking yourself about. You still have time. I'm sure a lot of the stores still have product left. If you're looking for one of these, check our website. They may be available to purchase directly from Department 56 online, or look at our retailers list and look for the retailers in your area. We have them listed for both Canada and for the United States, and check with some of those. Most of those retailers that are on our website will ship, so they're more than happy. If they've got the stock, they'll send it out to you. And if you are interested in the full list of Snow Baby retirements or possible dream retirements, or if you'd like a printed list of the village retirements, you can go to our website, and we have PDF files that you can print from there. December 5th will be our Christmas show, and I kind of talked somebody into this. We may have a couple of 2025 samples to share with you then and bring you our Christmas wishes then. But until then, don't eat too much turkey. Happy Thanksgiving. See you next